These are the SR Performance Underdrive Pulleys for 1994 to 1995 5-liter Mustangs. You're gonna want to check out the SR Performance Underdrive Pulleys if you're looking for a set of pulleys to free up a touch of horsepower in a fast, easy, and a very affordable way. The SR Performance pulleys cost the least out of any pulley option, so they're currently the most budget-friendly. Now, the theory behind underdrive pulleys is that the factory pulleys require a lot of energy. A set of pulleys like these ones here reduce the amount of parasitic drivetrain loss by cutting down on the amount of power it takes to run the accessories, like your water pump, your alternator, and your AC compressor, and some people mention noticing a difference after installing these. Underdrive pulleys are only a good idea if you plan on keeping your car naturally aspirated, so just keep that in mind when you figure out your future plans. Now, the install for these is going to be an easy one. It's a 1 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter, and you can plan on spending 2 hours to get these installed. So the engine uses its own power to rotate the serpentine belt, starting at the crankshaft. This pulley then uses the engine's power to rotate the rest of the pulleys. So when you reduce the size of the crankshaft pulley, it'll require less energy to rotate the accessories. The pulleys in this set are lightweight aluminum, which means that they'll require even less energy to rotate. This set has a polished finish, but SR Performance also sells a set that's powder-coated black if you prefer the look of those ones instead. This kit is going to include the crank pulley, the water pump pulley, and the alternator pulley, as well as the hardware to get these installed. Now, the nice thing about these is that you'll be able to free up the power that the engine is currently using to rotate these pulleys, but you won't sacrifice the effectiveness of the accessories themselves. So your water pump and your alternator will still function perfectly, they'll just require less power from the engine to operate. The only time you can see issues is if you have an aftermarket sound system and an upgraded alternator. These items are more taxing on the car's system, and they're gonna require more work from the alternator. So if that's the case, I'd recommend steering away from underdrive pulleys altogether. But for those of you that don't have this type of setup, these will reuse the stock belt, so you won't have to get a different size belt, which will make things easier when you need to replace yours. When it comes to fitment, just make sure you're shopping for the correct thing here. These are underdrive pulleys for the 94 to 95 5-liter, and this kit is made to reuse the stock belt, and it assumes that everything is still stock. If you've eliminated anything, like your smog pump or your AC, you'll have to do some of your own engineering as far as belt sizes go. But if you're still stock and you haven't deleted or eliminated anything like your smog pump, you'll reuse a stock size belt. As far as price, you're looking at a touch over $60 for this kit. This is the most affordable pulley kit currently at this time. Don't forget, you do have the choice of the SR Performance Black Pulley Kit if you didn't want the polish set, or you have the choice of another brand, like BBK or Steeda. Just know that they won't be as price friendly as this kit is. The install here is easy, and I'm going to call it a 1 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter. You can expect to spend 2 hours getting the install done, and you just need some basic hand tools to get the job done, which includes a socket set. You should loosen the nut in the center of the alternator pulley prior to removing the belt, and loosen the water pump bolts and the crank pulley bolts as well. You need to release the tension on your serpentine belt and set it aside. From there, it's a matter of unbolting the factory pulleys and replacing them with the underdrive pulleys from SR Performance. Once they're bolted in, release the tension pulley again and put the serpentine belt back on. You need to make sure it's on properly by following the diagram that's usually located in the radiator cover. The SR Performance Underdrive Pulleys are for 1994 to 95 5-liter Mustangs. Check them out more online right here at AmericanMuscle.com.